Hello and welcome along to Aston Villa from the stands. Today we're bringing you the latest Aston Villa news. Tyrone Mings is set for a new role in football, an interesting one to say the least. Maatsen had a dream debut for the Netherlands last night, and 29 years without Silverware. Today marks a day in 1996 in which Aston Villa won the Coca Cola League Cup, and since then we've never won a thing. We'll get into those stories today. But before we do any go further, yes, we have the dog on our lap, and yes, she just did her best to try and put me off this video. She won't settle down, so I've got to hold her while I record this video, and this is the only choice. So if you do love the feature of Puff the dog, then please make sure to smash a like on this video. Can we get 50 likes? Yes, Puff, I know you agree as well. Can you subscribe to the channel if you are new, and get in the comment section about all things discussed in the video today. So look, without further ado, let's get into the latest news coming out of Aston Villa in this international break where news really is dry and not many fixtures to look forward to. But here we go. Look, first story then is here. Aston Villa's Tyrone Mings to join the Euro 2028 Board of Directors. This is an exclusive coming out. It's not official news yet, but it does seem to be that way. Defender who has 18 England caps is poised to assist with the organisation of the Home Nations tournament. Wow. Okay. Quite possibly the most craziest and bizarre news coming out of Aston Villa Football Club. I thought our club was crazy as it is, with some of the crazy transfers that we did in January, pulling out Asensio and Rashford out of nowhere. We've had the ups and downs of the upheaval of John Duran's situation last year, but this one's pretty nuts. Tyrone Mings. Wow. Did not see that one coming. But what is quite incredible is that actually, if you're not aware, Euro 2028 is going to be held in the United Kingdom, a home nations of all of us, England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, etc., coming together, hosting what would be a grand tournament. But why Mings? Why is Tyrone Mings, out of all the people out there, selected to do this? Well, I did a bit of digging, and it does seem that Tyrone Mings has an incredible business accolade. And check out some of this. Well done, Puff. Check out some of these accolades here right now, in which Tyrone Mings has done. And I did not know this about our centre half, and he's just gone up and up and up, in my opinion. So it says this: if Mings is to secure the role, it will be another accolade to add to the impressive list of activities he has done away from the football pitch. The centre-back was once named in Forbes' 30 under 30 list to recognise young visionaries after working with Prince William in an initiative to end homeless. To get on a Forbes list like that, of that magnitude, at the age of under 30, and be seen as a visionary, is actually a very impressive sort of title. And those of you who had no idea about this Tyrone Mings situation, it just gets better and better when I show you more stuff of where he's been recognised. Villa fans have always loved Tyrone Mings for his heart, his desire, his passion. From the days that he got us promoted from the Championship, he wore that Aston Villa kit on the train back to Bournemouth. He's been a real stalwart on our defence, once a captain, but also for me, the way in which he's recovered from injuries and kept himself going. This man clearly has a brain. This man clearly has a vision. This man clearly, behind the scenes, does a lot in the community, which is why he's been given this massive opportunity, by the way, to have this sort of leading role in Euro 2028. But here's some more stuff as well. Have a look at this as well from Tyrone Mings. So it says here, Mings has also got a football academy in Birmingham. So I don't know if you know, he's got the traditional Tyrone Mings Academy, but it doesn't just stem in Birmingham now. It actually goes across more as well in South Gloucestershire. There's some in Gloucestershire. It absolutely has grown and grown. And is a director of interior design company KTM. Another director role. He was awarded an honorary Doctorate of Education by Bath Spa University in a ceremony which was entertaining, inspiring, and moving, having been born and raised in Bath. And then it obviously goes on to talk about his injury. But let's go back to that. He's also a director of an interior design company and runs his own football academy business. Tyrone Mings, as the chant is saying, he's here, he's there, he's everywhere. Tyrone Mings, clearly off the pitch as well. He's doing incredible things, working with Prince William and doing homeless initiatives, being a director of an interior design company, running his own football academy, and now to put this string to his accolade is just fantastic. And I think people like this are real role models to children, real role models as well to almost the whole footballing narrative and stereotype that people say footballers are thick and footballers are this and footballers do that. But when you put Tyrone Mings on the pedestal, he completely debunks all those myths and rumors and stereotypes that you put around a footballer. So Tyrone Mings to have that role for Euro 2028, and the amazing thing is as well, and I should have said this at the start, he's not actually quitting football. He's going to be playing football alongside this. Tyrone Mings will be 35 years old. And whether he'll be at England and Aston Villa will be, have to wait and see. I still think there's a role for Tyrone Mings in an England squad potentially if he continues his run of form. But what will happen at 35 years old, which club he'll be at, we won't know. But what we do know is he's going to be involved in the planning of Euro 2028. So fair play to Mings, a great achievement. Hopefully he's still at the Villa when he's doing it, because that would just be incredible. And hopefully this just sets him up for another role in life for when he does retire from football. He has many strings to his bow and he can choose from that. So I love that. Okay, next story then is this. Last night, Ian Maatsen made his debut for the Netherlands, who, by the way, was in a very entertaining 3-3 draw of Spain, and they did get knocked out of the Nations League by a penalty shootout. But it says huge congratulations to Ian Maatsen on making a senior Netherlands debut last night against Spain and capping it off with a cracker of a goal. Hopefully that will be a big boost to his confidence heading into the final stage of the season for Aston Villa. So first and foremost, to make your debut and score from left back from the Netherlands in quite an important game, massive achievement and magnitude. But second of all, it does link to Aston Villa because we know that Maatsen has been fighting with Luca Dean for that left back spot. It seems that Ian Maatsen seems to be getting picked for the cup games and the occasional away game. Where it's at home, it does seem that Luca Dean is favoured. And the tie for me is who gets picked in the big Champions League game. Will we go Maatsen or will we go Luca Dean when we play PSG? Personally, I think it will be Luca Dean. But it does come to that point for me of, has Ian Maatsen's transfer at Aston Villa been very underwhelming? Remember, this guy played for Borussia Dortmund. He featured in the Champions League final last year. He's really highly hyped. A young up-and-coming player, a left-back, a Dutch international now, but can't get into the Aston Villa first team. Cannot seem to dismantle Luca Dean. Now, do we believe Ian Maatsen will be our first choice left back next season and Luca Dean may pave way or move out? We'll have to wait and see. The one criticism I've always had of Ian Maatsen is he seems very uncomfortable defending one-on-one, is not very good at stopping crosses, and does seem to get undone there at the back post. However, going forward, I've got no qualms with Ian Maatsen at all. I think he's a very exciting attacking left back and something that I hope Villa can exploit a bit more of. But there lies the problem. How do you get that balance at left back, defending and attacking wise? But here's a quite a cool photo here as well of two villains in Donyell Malen and, of course, Ian Maatsen. Donny Malen, maybe the forgotten man of Aston Villa already. Since January, he's been with us, and we've hardly got to see this guy. But yeah, two villains there in that picture. Again, Malen, Dutch international, has to find a way to break into this Aston Villa squad and hopefully play him again with the Netherlands. Has improved his confidence and boosted him coming forward. Unfortunately, though, when I talk about improving confidence, Donny Malen did miss his penalty in the penalty shootout. Yeah. So who knows what's going to happen with Don Malen, but we need to get some form out of him. We need to get some game time out of him. We need to see him try and break into that Villa first 11 and cement a spot. So good news coming out of Netherlands for Ian Maatsen. Maybe not so good with Donny Malen, where he has been omitted from the Champions League squad from Villa, and now he's missed a key penalty. Oh boy. And then finally, as I said, on this day, 1996, Aston Villa won the Coca Cola League Cup. Yes, it was called the Coca Cola League Cup. None of this Carabao stuff. And yeah, we have to remind ourselves of why. It is the fact that Aston Villa have gone 29 years now without a trophy. 29 years without a trophy. And look, we're just going to rewind some of the amazing highlights here from this game. Okay. And you can see this was against Leeds United, for anyone who doesn't know. So the Coca Cola Cup was the equivalent of what the Coca Cola Cup is the equivalent of the Carabao Cup, the EFL Cup, the League Cup, however you want to display it. Yeah, what a strike this is, by the way. defenders done shocking there, not closing them down. But have some of that. And yeah, it's just a reminder for me of where Aston Villa are at. I'm not going to show you all the sort of details of the game because I don't want to get copyrighted. But yeah, 1996. On this day, Villa won. 29 years now, people. Hopefully, we end that voodoo this year with winning either the FA Cup or the Champions League. I know OptaStats aren't having us for the Champions League. Let's see. But I'm telling you, it could be the FA Cup this year. Could be the FA Cup. And we will look forward to Preston North End this Sunday. Massive game at 1:30, which we'll be building up for on the channel. But yeah, just a bit of history for you guys. 29 years it's now been without a trophy. We have to put that stat right very soon. We cannot let it get to 30 years. So big up to everyone. Aston Villa news coming out of today. As I said, international break is a little bit hard for content, but once England's done today, I'm sure we'll be building up ready for massive Preston North End FA Cup vibes, quarterfinals this weekend. I'm already excited and nervous for it at the same time. People, it's been amazing. Big up to you all. Smash the like, comment, subscribe. I'm out of here. Ta-da!